Does it say it's recording?
No.
Yes.
It does.
Actually, it does. Sorry. Yeah.
Top left.
Actually, it does. It does.
Panic.
Anyways, then, hello there to all these people who've decided to click on this video for some apparent reason. Don't know why, but yeah. Anyway, glad you're listening. Glad you're listening.
Fuck would you do this?
Yeah. So basically, you're probably wondering, well, what the hell is this podcast? Well, I just basically thought to myself, I'm bored and I'm not going to be releasing some videos for a while. Obviously, the main reason for that is COVID, especially trying to make films. It's really hard. So I thought, oh, fuck it. I'm going to call my friends, get them to come onto the podcast. And we've got Toby and Jonno here. Hello, Toby and Jonno. You all right?
Hello.
Hello.
It's so weird. It feels very weird doing a podcast. I'm so used to having a camera.
Yeah.
But now I don't have a camera, so you've got to focus on your voice, and it's really, it is very weird. So anyways, we're going to be answering just a load of questions, really, and then, we might sort of ramble on, and just sort of go from there. So we're just going to go straight in. So start with an easy one. What job did you want to do when you were younger? It's quite an interesting one. Jonno, go for it.
It sort of comes down to what you wrote in your end of primary school yearbook kind of thing. That was one of the questions you'd get, wasn't it? Although mine was in year 4. Obviously, yours would have been in year 6. Wait, did you guys have yearbooks?
Yeah, in year 6. You went to middle school, didn't you?
Yeah.
We didn't. Me and Toby.
That's so weird. Have you still got yours?
Somewhere in the deep part of my cupboard, yes.
We didn't actually write yearbooks. We wrote autobiographies. Obviously, wait, hang on, young, so there was fuck all to talk about.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We just had really simple questions.
Just got a load of kids just writing shit. Just
yes.
I had sausages yesterday for dinner.
Yeah. Great.
Oh yeah. I had one. I actually found a little book from nursery.
Yeah.
And, the end of nursery, and it was you fill in the poem. So it was my favorite friend is, and the name I wrote.
That's a brutal one.
The name I wrote was Sam. I don't know who the fuck Sam is. I don't remember. Yeah. Anyway, anyways, going to the question: what job did you want to do when you were younger?
Well, the one I wrote in my yearbook was motorbike racer. Unsurprisingly.
Well, you've kind of stuck to that, haven't you? You like bikes, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was definitely gonna.
What about you, Toby?
I was definitely gonna stick around.
Mine was, it was. I was into tennis when I was I was fucking shit at tennis, but I was interested in tennis. I was like, well, I'd like to be a tennis player. But obviously, I was like, if not, then I'll be a ball boy.
That's as close. You were trying to get so close to tennis. Just
yeah. I was I even knew back then I was shit. So yeah.
I remember you telling me you would do swing ball as a sport.
What the hell is swing ball?
So the pole with the a ball that swings around on it. And you
that, yeah.
Absolute legendary sport.
In every 7-year-old's back garden has one of those.
Well, Toby's got it in his back garden.
I literally play it every summer. It's so fucking fun.
It is a good game. I did the same thing, but in my back garden I have just a wall, so I play tennis with myself against the wall. That was actually well fun. I spent a summer doing that. That was fun in my back garden.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Okay, so tennis player. For me, I had loads. I actually had loads. At one point, well, when I was really young, I wanted to be a street dancer, and then at some point I wanted to be a police officer. No fucking clue why, because if I had some massive druggie come up to me, I wouldn't be able to fucking handle him. He just, the size of me compared to someone like that. I wanted to be a vet at one point as well.
Yeah.
I think I just really liked animals.
I feel like it was quite easy when you were younger to just see something and think,
You don't
I want to do
realize
that.
how much
Yeah.
work goes into stuff like that. You just think,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I'm gonna be a vet. Like because you just like
Yeah.
animals, and it's like actually, yeah. So
Mind
anyway,
you, that's better than just not knowing what you're gonna do, like ever. Even when you're younger, just not
yeah,
thinking
that's
about
true.
it, and then
At
you
least
get to
you've got
18, and
ideas.
it's just like, fuck, I still don't know what to do. I'm not passionate about anything.
Yeah, or you get to secondary school and you got to pick your options, and you think, oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Well, that looks fun. I'm gonna do that. Mind you, that's a legit method. That's pretty much what I did.
Yeah,
That looks fun. I'm gonna do that.
yeah. Right.
Or it's
So
the kids that just like, right, this art, you won't have to work
that's
at all to
twice.
do art. I'm gonna just do art.
Sorry, I'm getting used to knowing when to interrupt. Right, so
Sorry.
yeah, I'll have to try and get used to that. So try and think of answers for what is your best memory from school and what is your worst memory from school. Seeing as we're on the topic of school, then best memory from school. I mean, it's not really my best memory, but we used to have a lot of food fights in the hall. And when you hear food fight, you think like food going everywhere. It's not like that. It's just the top year and the lower year. I was in like year 7 at the time, so I was what, like 13, up against these like 16-year-olds, and it was literally just lobbing sausage rolls. Someone lobbed a yogurt and exploded all over the table, like just shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Just like, I mean, it wasn't my best memory, but like, if there's something that comes quite clearly when I think about school, it's that. Just at lunch,
Yeah.
just knowing what's coming. And the reason we got away with it, because you probably think, well, we're the teachers. Well, the teachers fucked up their timetable of, like, you know, when they'd like sort of watch the kids, I guess, like you get someone to go and supervise the hall. They fucked that up, so there would be days where they weren't there to watch
Yeah.
us, so it would just go mad in the hall. Like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, what about you guys? Is there anything, most horrible memory, best memory?
In like year 9, we had the place where we'd like hang out was in this little room, and it was like absolute chaos because it was like on like the bottom level of the building. So it was like kind of, it wasn't like a basement, but it was like sort of halfway beneath like the main ground of the school. So it was, you could kind of just like get away with quite a lot of things because teachers would never really go down there. And the amount of just like, it was just a constant like people getting beaten up and just punching each other and just taking the piss out of things. It was all you could hear was just, oh, because all the guys were down there from the whole like second half of the school, so like year 9 to year 11. So it was absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And like the classic thing would be like just chucking people into lockers and then locking them in. It sounds really mental.
Jesus.
That's
We're
crazy.
locking them in. Like, we'd pretend to shove people in lockers, but we
Your
never
school
actually lock it.
actually does it.
Yeah.
And just like we'd have these sofas and chairs and stuff. We get like after like a month, absolutely demolished. You know, fabrics gone. And we just there's like the floor is just covered in like food and just wrappings, and the sofa's fucked, and people just,
oh my god.
and obviously that was,
sounds a bit crazy,
because obviously there were people in there that wouldn't be like, they wouldn't want to just like be constantly like taking the piss out of each other, and they would want to just sit there like and
just
go
sit
on
and
their phone
chill.
stuff, and they'd get targeted.
Yeah,
So you get like a bunch of people in the corner of the room just like cowering away, like eating their lunch. And that was obviously when it didn't last long, that room, because it was so mental, and it was just, there's no order.
I tell you what,
great,
I've just remembered something, and I've got to say it. But Jono, try and think of something for after this. But basically, it was the last day of secondary school, and I was literally about to walk out the gates. But before I did, I just wanted to just like walk through the school one more time. I don't know why, because I bloody hated school. I mean, I don't really know many people who actually enjoyed it that much. But I just thought, oh, why not just walk down the corridor? And I walked into the school just to walk around, obviously. And I walked past the head teacher's office, and someone had like stacked all the furniture and tables in front of the head teacher's office door. It was literally
brilliant.
It was literally stacked. Right. If I manage to find the photo, I'll edit it on the top of this podcast screen. But I don't know if I'll be able to find it, so mine will be there. But yeah, it was so funny. I mean, just made the end of school for me. Just seeing. I didn't know the result after that as well. I don't know what happened. But all I saw was just about like 6 tables, like about 15 stools, all just stacked in front of her door. I just found that really funny.
Was she in there?
No. She was, so when, like,
that would have been amazing.
She goes back to her office and just sees it all just blocked.
So someone obviously thought, "Oh, last day of school was gonna fuck up the head teacher."
Yeah, because they wouldn't know who it is. They just just got away with it.
Yeah, nice farewell gift.
It is.
Farewell gift. Yeah. Thanks for all your education. Fuck off.
It is near the end of school that everyone just stops giving a fuck and starts doing what they've wanted to do for 4 years, but just didn't have the balls. In the last 2 months, you can just do it. You can just get away with it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Jonno, have you got any good, bad memories?
I don't know. I got a few. I don't have one that particularly stands out, but one thing that me and my friend were doing again in the last 2 months of school, because we had nothing better to do, we spent the lunch times and break times just going around the school, drawing massive cocks on pieces of paper, hang them about the school in classrooms and on billboards and all sorts. We put them under teachers' laptops as well, so we'd put them on the laptop and then close the lid, so when they opened it up to take a lesson, there'd just be a cock there. We literally did that for about 2 months. We'd always come back the next day to see if it was still there. We put them under printers as well. You know, the photocopy bit of the printers. We put them under there as well.
What the hell?
We did that for about 2 months because it's just fuck it.
Yeah.
It was the school trips for me as well. The school trips are always the best.
Trips, on the bus.
Yeah, the bus. And
it's always the bus. Always.
Yeah.
It's never the actual trip. Fuck the trip. No. It's the bus.
Yeah.
You're paying out all this money for a school trip and just fuck it.
Yeah.
The bus.
No, what's great is when you get a bus with a toilet, because someone goes in to take a whiz, and then you have 3 people that go down the stairs and wedge the door so they can't get out.
And when you go on the school bus to try and take a piss, you're literally falling over.
Yeah. There's just piss all over the floor, all over the rail, all over the sink, all over the walls. It's just everywhere.
Oh god. Oh god. Just like slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
Thank God you're not doing a piss, and then the bus driver just decides to brake, and you just fucking go straight forward.
Yeah, the thing is, you don't want to touch anywhere to keep yourself stable because it's covered in piss. But if he does an emergency stop or something, your head is just gonna plow into the wall covered in piss.
Oh my god, it's easier for women, I guess, because they can just sit down. It might,
I wouldn't want to sit
guys,
on that, though.
Yeah, I don't want to sit on that. I mean, whenever I sit on a toilet, I always take toilet paper and sit and place it on the toilet seat, in public toilets, because it's just rank otherwise. Really, just to know the amount of people's arse has just been on that toilet. And there's people out there that have missed and scraped it, so you just don't want to do it,
bro.
do you?
Yeah.
How many times do you reckon the cleaners get to the coaches, the toilets? How many times do you reckon they get cleaned?
Well, they probably get in. They probably walk up there, go down, open the door, and just piss just comes out of the toilet.
The thing is, I never went for a piss in the coach because I just didn't want to risk it, because I knew if I'd go in there,
slip and
do a halt, and I'd just be fucked over.
You got to do it for the experience. It's funny. I did it just for a laugh, even if I didn't need a pee. I just go down there anyway.
We'd always go in the smaller coaches. We never have the big ones.
Oh, okay. So the little minibuses or
Well, usually just the standard berries ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird how minibuses
quite high up, aren't they?
And the shitty seats, and it just stinks of just
Oh,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
what you mean.
dude.
I just
Have you
hate
ever
it.
slapped them? If you slap the headrest? With those
Oh yeah,
things,
it does.
Right. Anyways, so we're gonna move on to a different question. What was your most recent dream? It doesn't have to be your most recent, but I just thought dreams is a very interesting topic. Trying to think of my most recent dream, but to start us off, I have actually had a reoccurring dream over my life. So I think it's only happened like 8 times. But basically, I walked into my bedroom, opened the door, shut the door, and there was 3 soldiers just stood there staring at me, and then I woke up. And that's happened seven times,
that's
I
so
think,
weird.
roughly. Like it's
Jesus.
just dreams, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like what is that? Like I don't
Yeah.
understand. And I got scared of it when I was younger. Like that would be
Yeah.
a nightmare for me. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had reoccurring nightmares as well. You know that fucker from Art Attack, the bust, the guy made of clay.
I'll
I'm
get a
not kidding.
photo of him on the
Honestly,
screen.
That guy,
bust.
he was actually so scary. He terrified me. And the trouble is, he was my nightmare, and he actually came back. And this is the weirdest thing, right? You know, kids shows have intros.
Yeah.
He had his own intro. So I fucking knew when he was gonna come into my nightmare. I was just sitting there like experiencing the intro and shitting myself. Like, no, try wake up. Before he like came on screen. Oh, I
Yeah.
hated
On
that guy,
screen.
honestly. Yeah, it was so weird.
On
I
the
hated it.
screen.
Watching.
What the
It
fucking
literally
film?
was. It was literally was like on screen, but I'm actually in it. It's not nice. I hated
Oh
that.
god. Yeah, what about you, Toby? Anything like stand out?
The most recent dream I had was it's a bit all over the place, but the first part of the dream was we went to everyone at our college in our year went to someone's house, and I've had this dream before. We go, it's like this, it's this fucking like shed,
Right.
and it's
Right.
like it's full of snakes.
Brilliant.
And what I did was I was like, oh yeah, this is all right, just reptiles. And I put my hand just to rest against the wall, and a snake just came out of nowhere, and it just started crawling all over me, and I was just fuck. Fucking hated it.
Just
And
the
then
fact that there's just snakes in a shed. Just
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like no one was
That's a-
helping me. I was trying to like get the snake off, and everyone was just standing there because it's just a classic dream scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing helps you. Like you could be in the shittest situation and just nothing. Like where like
Yeah.
when you're trying to run away from something and you're just
Yeah.
standing still and you're just not
Yeah.
moving. And you're trying to run. And you're like, oh fuck, like that.
And
sort
then
of
the
thing.
next thing I knew, I was at university, but I wasn't. I was at some shitty like accommodation with a bunch of people I didn't know, and there was this like vampire guy, like skeleton looking guy, just on the floor, and I decided to like he was like underneath the door, and I would just pull open and close the door to try and like squish his face, but he couldn't be squished. It's so fucking weird, and he
What the
just
hell?
All
sat there.
Toby's fears in one dream.
He just it wasn't really a fear. That was just like, why is this
It's weird.
vampire looking twat lying down, and why can't I hit him with the door? Why is he not taking any damage?
Aggression.
I mean, like
Yeah.
classic
So
kind of
weird.
dream is
That is
like
classic
let's say you
dream
fall over,
bullshittery.
like you fall off a cliff, and then you just
Mm.
as you land, you wake up, or like if a ball comes towards your face, and
Yeah.
just as it hits,
Yeah.
you wake up, like just that sort of thing. You jump, like that happened. Like the amount of times that's happened.
The cliff one is like
Such
A
a,
lot.
it's literally a classic. It's
It
just like
is.
everyone's experienced it, like
and it's
falling,
like
falling.
5 seconds long.
Yeah,
I do, although like dreams that are like depressing usually put you in like a weird state.
Yeah.
But then you realize, oh, it's not actually true. But the dreams that are really good are the worst ones, because then you wake up and you actually feel
yeah, and you
Yeah,
just think,
definitely.
Like,
oh,
then
Or
like
you
actually
wake up.
realistic.
You wake up before the really good dream has concluded,
Oh,
and then you can't get to sleep and
Yeah.
finish it.
I think
That is the worst for me.
once I actually got back to sleep and continued it.
Oh,
I've
that's
actually done that
actually
once
possible.
before. It was very
Possible.
weird.
This power.
Let's move on to something else. I quite like this question. It's probably one of my favorites. What was the shittest birthday or Christmas present you have had? I'm
I'll
gonna
have a
just
couple.
yeah. I'm just gonna start us off. It's not that bad. It's just a comedy present, I guess. But it was called Grow Your Own Poo.
Oh.
and you put like this little poo. It's not actual poo, obviously, and you put it in like a bowl of water, and it just expands. Like that's it. Like
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
charged you like £5 for that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Pure, just unimaginative. One of my birthdays, I think I was like, I don't know, maybe 12, and like it wasn't really that tragic, but it was like I got a bloody book about cars, and I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh.
But I used to like cars when I was younger, like quite young. But I opened it, I was like, oh, great cars. I don't,
yeah.
you know, like, and it was like I looked, it was quite a nice book. Like it cost around like 20 quid, and it was
Yeah.
like,
Do you still have it? That's the question.
no.
No.
I mean, like, it's just that was my main present. And I was like, oh.
yeah. I know.
I don't give a
Bad
shit
for your
about
parents, bro.
cars.
That's an oof. That's an effing chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It might not be my main present, but I just do remember like sitting at the kitchen table, getting all excited, and then
Oh, cars. Yeah, I know what you mean. Just like
yeah.
that disappointment.
Serious oof.
Oh well. John, you got anything?
Yes, I have. I think the shittest one I got was from my auntie and uncle, and it was this box, fairly sized box, like sort of a phone box kind of size, a big phone, so quite big. And you open it up, and there's these 3 different slots, and in these 3 different slots, there's 3 pairs of fucking socks.
Right.
That's it. That's just.
Oh.
It was so anticlimactic.
I was waiting for something else. Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
No,
Like,
no,
yeah.
it was this lovely cardboard box with 3 slots in it, and there's just these plain socks in each slot. And I was just like, oh.
What the fuck?
And actually, that same year as well, I think my auntie and uncle were taking the piss because they couldn't think of anything to get for my dad, so they got him cheese. For Christmas, they got him cheese. He didn't even eat it.
I remember. I didn't even eat it. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I remember. Dad. It was rotting in the fridge, so Dad chucked it in the garden. It was just this massive block of rotting cheese in the fucking garden.
Well,
like, there's been a few. I think the ones that are like really shit, I don't actually remember because they're so crap.
yeah, you
like,
just forget.
yeah,
You instantly
yeah.
forget.
There was a year where I got like some shitty, like, you know, that drawing thing where like you put this pen in like a plastic thing and then it makes all these weird squiggly lines and it creates this weird pattern. Yeah, I had one
I
of
know
those
what you mean.
shitty
So,
things.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like
things you use once and end
and
up in
just
the
chuck
cupboard.
away.
About
Yeah.
5 years later, you think, never used it, in the bin. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I think I remember
Oh.
someone else had, it wasn't me who got it, but I just remember seeing that someone had odd socks. So just 3 odd socks. Like, that
I
was
thought
it.
you were
Was
talking
in-
about Jono's present for a second there.
No.
What is in
no.
brand new? So literally, there was
Brand
just 3
new.
odd socks.
Yeah,
Just 3
brand
odd
new.
socks.
What
Like,
is?
in a packet. Like,
That's just
That's
annoying.
fucking
That's
dreadful.
just really annoying. 3 socks. Oh.
The thing is, it's not like it's 4, like you can actually wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's 3.
If it was 4
Like-
odd socks, but no, it's
That's
just
like a mugging off.
Yeah, it's literally like a sales deal. Get an extra sock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get an extra sock if you buy these 2 odd socks.
Yeah.
Well,
Buy
firstly,
2,
they're
get
odd,
1 free.
Yeah.
That reminded me. I remember, I think when we were younger, for my sister's birthday, like there was this big hype about her present and everything, and like mum was like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be brilliant, and it's gonna be so good. You can love it," and all this hype. And we're sitting there. She opens the present, and it's a sewing machine. And the thing is, my sister didn't give a fuck about sewing. So that was 100 quid just gone.
That's brutal. What actually happened to that? Do you still like have it, or did they
I
sell
think we
it?
sold it like a week later.
Oh my
How?
God.
Oh, that's trouble is that did she actually like tell your parents, like, look, mate.
She did eventually, but what was
I'm just
hilarious
not
was the
interested in
first
this.
5 minutes of, oh.
It's always
that's
that
cringy.
like,
Yeah.
I
What
feel really bad.
What was worse is that like my grandparents had gotten her like fabric, and she opened that beforehand.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Why the fuck have I got this?" And then she
Yeah.
probably thought, "Oh shit,
No.
Right. Anyways, so moving on. What is the worst film you've seen?
I mean, the Green Lantern's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Really,
no, I haven't
bad.
either.
The 26% Rotten Tomatoes gave it is quite generous. Look,
Oh,
it had a budget of 200 million, and the box office was 290 million. So only made 20 million, and the budget was 200 million.
Yeah, and I mean, considering like obviously,
I mean,
all the actors, everything they spent on it, like that's not a big.
No, that's
gain.
not good.
No, obviously you hear 20 million, you think whoa, but
to be honest, yeah, with the people they had to pay to make it, that they probably lost money on it. I reckon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Thing is, it had big stars in it. It had Ryan Reynolds, Mark Strong.
Oh, Mark Strong, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Worst film I've seen is on Netflix, and it's called The Platform.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like a horror, but it's just shit. I mean, I just can't even explain it. Like, there's a scene where someone literally gets shat on their face. Like, it's just not a good film, really. Like, yeah, especially the ending. I'm just not even going to go there. But that's the one I'd say, The Platform for me. What about you, Toby?
Well, I've watched plenty of shit films. One of them is Fantastic Four 2015.
Right.
Is honestly horrendous. I can't even remember it. It's that shit. Like it's just so fucking anticlimactic.
So what do you have to say to anyone who really likes Fantastic Four?
Well, there's no one that likes it because it's fucking shit. Yeah. I mean,
films. It's kind of hard because, like we've said before, with things that are like shit, like you just don't remember them.
Yeah,
it's hard to remember them.
I mean, there's definitely films that I've watched in the past that I hated more than Green Lantern, but I just can't think of them because there's not as if you can check your history of like what films you've watched.
Yeah, I know. Right?
So it's hard.
Yeah. But anyway, so I think that's sort of like the main questions of the podcast that has been asked. But there's some other sort of stuff that I actually asked on Facebook. So someone said they want to know what we think of how did the world start. So like, how did like the Earth begin, or like why are we here? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that?
I think the one that blows my mind the most is like, how far does the universe go?
Yeah.
Because like, does it go on forever, or is there like a wall? And if there's a wall, like what's on the other side of the wall? It's just like, mate, I don't just.
What is
mad.
What I was just thinking about was like the fact that what even is like the universe? Like, what is space? How is that? How is space created?
Yeah.
Like,
it's so weird to think that we are literally, basically, tiny little things on a rock that somehow formed like life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the middle of like fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Just on a rock.
It's weird to think that the natural state of the universe is actually nighttime, and the only reason daytime exists is because of a massive, giant, burning ball.
When you think about it, it's actually quite scary. There's a massive ball of fire just right there, just pretty much.
right there, next door, in Jerry's garden.
And for the flat Earth, listeners,
for all the flat
there is
earthers
the
out there,
fear of falling
you
off
can-
the Earth.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can fuck off.
Yeah, you can literally go fuck yourself.
No, I'm sorry, flat earthers. I'm sorry.
Honestly.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh no, we might fall off the edge. Tell you what, mate, just fall off this cliff for me. That's the closest you're gonna get. So.
Oh god, like the Earth is actually kind of spinning quite fast, but it's not. Like it
we're
does a
all
full
just we know
turn.
fuck all about science.
Yeah.
So like, we don't really know what to think.
When you think about it, if gravity wasn't a thing and the Earth just started spinning or whatever,
Yeah.
we'd all
Yeah,
just
what-
fly off.
Why is gravity even a thing?
Yeah, it is so interesting though. And I heard a fact actually the other day. It was something about every grain of sand on this Earth, like represents like a universe in space. So like that's how big space is. Like
Really?
yeah, like every grain of sand. I mean, I don't know if that's like fully true. It was something like that. So that just goes
Yeah.
to show when you think about the amount of grains of sand on this Earth, like that's the amount of known planets or universes or something like that, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Anyway, that's all I've really got.
I've decided that's too big.
Yes, too
I
big.
just decided that.
Another question. Do you watch sitcoms? And if you do, what do you think of them?
No.
I don't, personally.
Brilliant.
I don't. I'm sorry. The main reason I don't watch sitcoms is the laughter in the background, the fake laughter.
The canned laughter.
Yeah. It's literally it mugs you off. The fake laughter mugs you off because you're sat there, you're watching, and they'll be like, "Oh, how'd you do at work today? Oh, it was pretty good."
Yeah, because sometimes it isn't funny, and then you're just well, mate.
Yeah, well, like every time almost, like it just isn't funny, and like when it is funny, they're not laughing as much as you think they should be, and then you're just like yeah, I just don't.
I've only ever watched like properly the whole and actually enjoyed a sitcom was The Good Place on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
isn't that really nice, light-hearted one?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I actually want to watch that.
It's because it's not like there's a lot of sitcoms on TV which like are just kind of, I don't know, they're all a bit samey, like the way they're made, and I don't know, maybe.
But the Goldbergs, that one is just them yelling at each other the whole time. That's all it ends with. It's always just they have an argument and then they resolve it. That seems to be every single episode. It's just a family shouting at each other.
Yeah.
Is Malcolm in the Middle a sitcom? Because I really want to watch that one.
Yes, it is. I've seen.
Isn't that Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, that's why I want to watch it.
It's actually really good. It's obviously like it's just nice to watch.
Only got a couple more things left. So, another one of the comments that someone asked is like commercials, like just in general, just like opinions on commercials. Like for example, they actually wrote, "Why the fuck does toilet paper get advertised?" Like,
yeah. Do you take dumps?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you need to wipe your ass? Are you tired of using dock leaves? Are you tired of having a dump and then having to go out into the wilderness to get dock leaves to wipe your ass?
What I do hate is when, like, a company, usually banks, make an advert with like a really it's shot really well, really good, like it's actually got somewhat of a narrative and it's like a big build up, emotional music.
Lloyd's Bank, there you go, the horse running across the
shitty bank or something that no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah,
and it's like, why have you put in all this effort for an advert which has nothing to do with the company?
Yeah.
The worst ones for that are perfume adverts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
They are the worst.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I kind of feel for them because, to be fair, you can't advertise a smell. That's usually the only way. You advertise the lifestyle that comes with the smell. But you can't advertise the smell. So that's what they do. But they're so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
there's so many car adverts.
Oh yeah,
Like,
cars.
Oh, I know.
I feel like Apple, their adverts are actually really good because they're really simple.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The worst types of adverts are like SCS, like that sofa company. It's just writing all
Dude,
over the screen.
That's DFS in it, not NCS.
No. It's a shitty sofa company.
NCS.
That's SCS.
SCS.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up now.
It's a shitty sofa company.
Right.
Oh god.
It's a BFEC DFS basically, and the adverts are just there's red writing all over the screen. There's just people talking. It's just there's too much going on.
Oh my god. Do you remember the 118?
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Was it 119?
Oh my god, memory unlocked.
Wait, the two guys.
Yeah. With the tashes and the relatively long black hair.
Yeah. Oh my god. I actually made a little video taking the piss out of them.
Yeah.
I might actually show that on the screen now.
Oh my goodness gracious me! The toilet's blocked. I need a plumber. I better call 117.
Is something broken? Do you need help? Then call 117 117 and we'll redirect you to whatever is needed for just prices as little as £56 a minute.
I do hate like those adverts where it's like something to do with like health or like a car crash, and it's just so depressing.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
and it's like, don't let this
Lawyers
be
for you. Lawyers for you is one of them.
It's like when it's like they show like an accident or something.
Yeah.
It's like, don't let this be you. Be careful. It's like so depressing. It's like,
if you've had an accident and it feels that was one that made me laugh. If you've had an accident and it feels wrong, as if it wasn't your fault. But I've never had an accident. Unfortunately, that felt really right. Literally wet myself when I first heard that. You had an accident and it feels wrong. Well, yeah, every accident.
Yeah, every accident feels wrong. Another one actually is one sheet does plenty. No, it fucking doesn't. One sheet soaks up fuck all.
Or when they've got like a woman and the voiceover is just so out of sync. It's always for dentist adverts.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're on about. The Oral-B one.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I remember what she said. It was something like, I know how to keep my body healthy.
Oh my
How
god.
do I keep my mouth healthy?
What the fuck? That is it. That is literally it.
It's as if they've literally invented toothpaste. And everyone's just like, wow, what the fuck is this? Like, oh, that's how you keep your mouth healthy. Oh.
Seal it bang.
And the dirt is gone.
Bang, and the dirt is gone. Oh, I can't.
That's a classic one.
Yeah, that is. I love that guy. We can't bully that guy because
Barry Scott.
Yeah.
Barry Scott, yeah.
What a brilliant, what a legend, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much it. We might as well end it there because that's all the questions I've got. That's anything else that anyone asks me on Facebook. And depending on how well this podcast does, we might do another one. It might be with Jonno and Toby if they're available. It might be with someone else. It might be with just one of them. Like just whatever happens, really. So yeah. But thanks for listening. If you made it this far, then what the fuck are you doing with your life? Let's be honest. What are we doing with our life? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Well, I'll speak to you both soon, and thanks for joining the podcast, guys.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah. Right, cool. Cheers, guys, for listening, and speak soon.
Right. Goodbye.
Bye.